All right, everyone. So now we're going to transition the screen and look at what is included inside of a credit report. So inside of your credit report, you can highlight number one, personal information. That's going to be the top section of your credit report, and the personal information is going to highlight things such as your name, your address, your social security number, and it basically is pretty much just a verification of who you are, where you've been, where you lived, a simple demographics check. So that is going to be what you can expect when you look at the top section of your credit report. Moving from personal information is the types of credit. So your credit report is then going to want to highlight what types of credit do you have. Do you have a mortgage? Do you have an automobile loan? Do you have student loans? Do you have credit cards? What types of credit do you have? And on top of that, when did you open up this credit? When were you provided with this line? The dates of it. We're just going to also look at how much did you take out and the balance history, the history of your payments, how you made your payments on time. All of that information is actually updated on a monthly basis from the credit agencies into your credit file. The next section of your credit report is going to be for inquiries. Now, an inquiry, as we know, is when another lender or potential person or a company that's going to provide you with the line of credit, they ask the credit agencies to send over your credit score, or they ask them to send over your credit report. That's called an inquiry. Now, with an inquiry, you have hard inquiries and you have soft inquiries. A soft inquiry is one in which they want to double check the information about you, verify your social standing, just pretty much make sure you are who you say you are, and get a better understanding of your profile as an individual. That is a soft inquiry. A hard inquiry is one in which they have to make a hard decision. A hard decision would be, am I going to lend this person money? So normally a hard inquiry will stay on your credit report for 2 years, and you want to hope that it's a good decision was made from it. If you have an inquiry, a hard inquiry on your credit report where you went to apply for a car loan and you were approved, which is normally one of the easiest ways to start getting credit, is to apply for an automobile loan because there's collateral attached to it. But that's for another subject. Getting back to inquiries. So you go to apply for it, they're gonna pull your credit, they're gonna check it. You get approved, that's a positive marking on your credit report, you're approved for it. Now, that same scenario, if you're denied credit, and that goes on your report, it's gonna be not necessarily a huge red flag, but a concern is gonna be raised as to why you were denied the credit, and if you're still seeking that credit, you just want to keep in mind that that hard inquiry is gonna be on your credit report. The next section of our credit report we want to look at is the notes section. And within your notes section, you're gonna see things such as any attachments that are included in there, any type of disputes that you would like to have explained, or any follow-up notes that you have placed on your account from a creditor, or that you have sent into the credit agency regarding any fraud or regarding any type of dispute that you have. If you want to elaborate and provide more details to potential lenders for something that is on your account, you might, or on your credit report rather, you can include an attachment and it will show up, so that way you have a voice inside of the room or on your credit report that can speak to anything that may seem confusing or that may not be favorable upon you. You can add an attachment, and you'll have the ability to talk through that. The next section of credit reports that we want to look at is the section where we're looking at delinquent information. So that's when we're looking at things like bankruptcies or foreclosures, any type of derogatory information, any type of negative item that is going to be long-term on your credit report. There's a section of on your credit report where those items are highlighted to bring attention to the risk and to the concerns that potential lenders need to be aware of before they decide whether or not to provide you credit and the terms of the credit that they provide. Now, the last section of the credit report that I'm going to talk about includes public information. So that is any court orders or any court records, any state records that are out there about you is going to be put onto the public information section of your credit report. And things such as child support, wage garnishments, or foreclosures, those things are public records. So they're going to be attached to your credit report and included. So that covers it for what we can expect to look at when we are going through a credit report. Visit BRIALife.com for more information.